Hello again, everyone, and welcome to another Michigan Military Technical and Historical Society vehicle restoration video. Building on the last two videos that I posted, we've been out here working all week, trying to get more stuff done on the Model T, our 1917 Tribute T here. As I stated in the previous video, we've been asked to put together a vehicle display for a local military installation for the 250th birthday of the Army in the middle of June. And so we'd like to have this vehicle there. I'm not sure if it'll be running yet, but at least cosmetically it should be done, hopefully. So this is where we've been doing for the last week. In the last video we were talking about the cowl and the windshield. Straightened out the windshield frame a little bit so it looks a little bit better. Happy with that. Got it kind of temporary bolted in place right now, but the cowl is pretty much done. We spent a lot of time this week on this. Got the upper cowl cleaned up and just pre-painted with the green, with the olive drab paint. You can see that the cowl sides are built. These were completely hand done out of I believe 22 gauge steel. On the last video you saw, we put this stringer in here that gave us the dimension, and then we just kind of built a piece of steel to cover it. It's attached down at the bottom, it's attached to the top, and there will be a couple screws holding it to the firewall. I just haven't put those in yet. Just got this done. I forgot to lay the floor mat back down, but not a big deal. So you can see we have a dashboard made up. Got the steering column mounted to the dashboard. I don't have the switch for the headlights yet, so I'm not making any holes until I have that in hand. I see haven't really done much to the seat. Seat is still the same. So the other big thing that we were talking about was the rear fenders. They're very prominent in the photographs of the vehicle that we're trying to replicate. It looked like they were just pretty much straight pieces of steel that came up off the running board at an angle. And that's kind of what we did. They look close to the tire, but I've run this thing. I've hung a bunch of weight off of it, and there's clearance. And if there's not, well, they'll self-clearance, I guess. But as of right now, it looks like even under compression, this rear axle clears. They're solid. So they're mounted at the bottom to the running board bracket. And then at the top, they're mounted to this bracket that I made. So that makes this bed side even stronger. So if you have people sitting in this bed, this should not droop at all, because it's got these three brackets. It's got this triangulated bracket. And now it's got this steel fender that runs straight down to the running board. Now, I'm not sure if I pointed it out to you before in the earlier videos, but we've been making a conscious effort to use period fasteners. So we're using all slotted, or I call them common screws. That's what my father always called them, common screws, but slotted screws. Phillips screws, I don't believe existed in 1917. They existed in the Second World War, but primarily for aircraft applications. So I don't think they became widespread in commercial use until like the 50s or the 60s. So we're using, slotted screws, and in some places we're using nails. Trying to use like a period correct type nail that we have, all slotted screws, and you'll notice that where they're visible, we're using square nuts, which were pretty much common then. So you can see you've got square nuts holding everything on, and then down here, the lag bolts that go through and hold this thing to the frame are square-headed lag bolts. So we've been really kind of trying to make it look like it was built in 1917 using the kinds of hardware that would have been common in that time. People who look at my toolbox ask me, why do you have 8-point sockets? Well, now you know. I have 8-point sockets because I work a lot with these period type fasteners. So we'll walk up here, we'll look at the other side. Got the cowl side fitted in. You can kind of see. So we took that stringer that we made, and we took the steel and we wrapped it around it, hammer and dollied it in there. And again, the dashboard held in with the screws. Right now the windshield frame is in. These are just temporary fasteners, just right now for mock-up. You'll notice that here on either side I put a set of the rings, because these were fairly common in military vehicles, I know, in the Second World War. And looking at some of the images, it looks like some of the vehicles in World War I used door straps as well. So I went ahead and put these in since I had them. And that way, if I want to make a set of door straps that will go from here to here, the fasteners, the correct type fastener is there. Door straps were fairly common. Rudimentary form of seat belt. So I went ahead and put those in. And again, here's our fender on the other side, same thing. And then we also talked a little bit about the spare tire carrier. Kind of crushed here. I got this, my press is behind me. But you can see I started making the straps for it. So we made these D-rings down here that go into these brackets. The tire sits in the bracket, it's got D-rings on it. And then there's going to be a leather strap that comes up, goes through this footman loop, comes back around and secures the bottom of the tire. There'll be one here, and you can see I've already made the top one that just goes to the footman loop around the top of the tire and holds that tire in place. So the leather that I ordered came in. These buckles aren't exactly what I had in mind, but that's what was available. So I went ahead, I've got buckles, I've got some more leather strap. So probably maybe somewhere this week I'll get those done. And then I'm really, other than finishing out the windshield frame and figuring out if I want to make some sort of headache rack for the back of the seat, for the cab roof. Still, I have these pre-bent stringers here that I'm got some ideas for. But I mean, other than that, I'm really at the point where I can start taking some of this stuff apart again, cleaning it, getting it ready for paint. And I got to pull this hood off, and I got to clean it, scuff it. I'll take it apart, paint it, put it back together, and then I can start get everything in color and start reassembling. I got to pull the radiator back out so I can put the timer in and wire the timer up. Put the crank in. And I can put the radiator hoses on. Put the plug wires in. I still got a couple parts I need to order for the wiring, so that's kind of where I'm kind of on hold with that right now. So until I have the rest of the wiring stuff, the radiator is going to stay on there. Because I just want to pull it off. I want to do everything on the front of the engine and put it back on one last time and not have to deal with it again, hopefully. So that's kind of where we're at. And like I said, we still have some stuff that we need to order. I have to order some of the stuff to finish the wiring. I have to order the parts to finish the headlights. I need to order a few more pieces for the exhaust system. So that's kind of where we're at. Again, I said, the museum lost some grant money this year, so they're putting the crunch on me to try and bring this thing in with a lower budget. So that's kind of where I'm at. So if y'all want to help, please go to mimths.org. Check out our website. If you're in the Detroit area, come by the museum. We're in East Point at 9 Mile and Gratiot. Or if you really want to help us push this thing over the finish line, you can go to PayPal, mimths@mimths.org, and you can send us a couple of bucks, and maybe we can order a few more parts, because I really want to get this thing. I'd like to be able to drive it on and off the trailer in June when we take it to the 250th birthday. But to do that, we're going to need some more money. I need to finish the fuel system. I need to finish the electrical system. I need to finish the exhaust system. I need to paint it. I really need tubes for these tires. I really should get some new tires. They don't look bad, but they're really dry rotted. I'm afraid to look at the date codes on them, but at this point it'll be fine. We're really just going to be driving on and off the trailer. But long term, these are things we need to do. You know, deal with these wheels. But just one thing at a time. Right now, I just want to get it looking complete, and if possible, at least moving under its own power. So again, I was told I'm supposed to say like and subscribe, so please like and subscribe. Follow us. Check out our other videos on our other vehicles, or go back and watch all the Model T videos from the beginning, and you can see how we got to where we're at right now. So with that, I'll say goodnight, and we'll see you all next time.